Welcome back to another week of Metals, Money, and Markets. We are September 8th, 2017. With me, as always, Mickey Fulp, the Mercenary Geologist, and from miningclips.com, I'm Rob Goodman. Well, Mickey, as we head into the end of the week here, we have another hurricane to contend with, and I think the story is the dollar's off. The metals a rough end of the week, but still pretty positive. Why don't you break it down for us?
Well, it really was another strong week for the metals until Friday when major profit taking set in. Uh, Gold hit a 13-month high, but it backed off. It finished at 1346, up 1.7%. Silver was above 18 bucks for the first time since late April. It closed at 1797, 1.6% gain. Platinum over 1,000 for the first time since early March. And finally, palladium had a bad week. It finished at 930, down 4.4%. What really happened was there was profit taking on Friday, major profit taking, and it especially hit the base metal markets. Thursday night, overnight, copper hit a high of 314, and it lost 12 cents on Friday. And it happened with the other base metals too. So copper finished at 302 for a loss almost 2%. We're really witnessing what happens when all the speculators get on the same side of a trade, and that's what happened with the longs over the last couple of weeks.
And heading over to the energy markets, dealing with Harvey, oil pretty flat, and platinum same deal.
Yeah, oil actually was at $49, and it took a buck and a half hit on Friday and finished at 47.60 for a 0.5% gain. You know, these hurricanes, especially Harvey, we're starting to see refinery production come back on, and but the WTI to Brent arbitrage is at a 2-year high. Ports, refineries, and railroads are back up and running or are starting up right now. So we should see production coming on pretty soon. Meanwhile, here's a little tidbit for you, Rob. You'll probably get a chuckle out of this. I certainly did. The French are now banning oil and gas exploration starting in 2040. And there's no production in France right now. So whatever that means. Meanwhile, uranium finished at 2075, up 12 cents on the week.
Well, you couldn't hear my chuckle, but it was there. Meanwhile, in the currency markets, huge down week for the dollar, and euro and loonie rallied nicely.
Yeah, the dollar is in free fall. It closed the week at 91.3. That's over a 2-year low. And meanwhile, the loonie hit a 2-year high on quite a roll, and it finished at 82 cents and some change, up 2% for the week. And that had all to do with the Bank of Canada surprised everybody with a rate hike this week. Meanwhile, the euro was up to $1.20. I haven't seen that for quite some time, up 1.5%.
And finishing up with the markets, maybe a little temperamental here because of the latest hurricane. Break these numbers down.
Yeah, the U.S. markets were jittery all week and all finished down. You know, the equities hack with 143 million people, that's about half of the population of the U.S. or a little less, but not much less, affected 143 million people. So either you got hacked or I got hacked, I guess, Rob. And then the North Korean nuclear shuffle still going on, and these couple of hurricanes with Irma supposed to hit Florida pretty hard over the weekend. Dow closed at 21,798, lost almost a percent. S&P 500 2461, down 0.6%. Nasdaq lost 1.2% to close at 6360.
And finishing up with the old venture, another off week, back and forth it seems.
Yeah, there's still not much interest, except for Tuesday. 93 million shares traded Tuesday, and volumes went down every day for the remaining 3 days of this short week, finished with 53 million shares trading on Friday. The venture index finished at 772, down almost a percent, or 6 points for the week.
All right, Mickey, we'll check in next week and see if this hurricane was a real one or what, and if the weirdo in Korea does anything to get these markets really rolling.
Well, if he does, we know it'll be good for gold, Rob.
Absolutely. Have a great weekend, Mickey.
Thanks a lot, Rob.